All right, and it looks like we are live. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks so much for joining today. Today we're gonna hop back into the game SuchArt. It was a lot of fun to play last time. I thought we would start again, but I figured this time I would create a new save file so you guys can see the whole game from the very beginning. So again, early access game. It is on Steam. I did check. It's about 20 bucks to play this game. It's really not a bad price. Um, but yeah, let's hop into it. This is my save. I'm not going to delete it. I'm going to save it. But let's just start a new one. My inspired name is just going to be Bri. But I have caps lock on. We're going to play story mode. We could do creative, but no. We're just going to do story mode, just the regular way the game is meant to be played. The year is 2130, and you have just received the results of your professional compatibility DNA test. Your genome indicates that you have a rare artistic talent. For decades, art has largely been dominated by robots and other artificial intelligence. But in these times of artistic perfection and homogeneity, the world of art has become stale and in need of renewal. It is time for you to act. You have been assigned a studio on board the International Space City so you can fully express your artistic self. As on Earth, the threat of a robot revolt is rising. An alien species, the Krabex, covet the planet's saltwater. Only you can decide what to paint on your next canvas. This world is really interesting. You kind of understand a little bit about the Krabex. So we have a little post-it note, a new studio, A643, International Space City, secure password, super secure, 123. I gotta say, I love that I'm on the 64th floor. 64 is my favorite number. We're just gonna type in. What happens if you type in the wrong number, Beth? Nothing. Okay, I was curious. 123. The door closes behind you to never be opened again. Here is your first apartment. Look at how clean everything is. Wow. We have an unread notification. Check your email on the main computer. Before we do that, I want to show you guys this. So the Krabiks, our closest galactic neighbors and the first known intelligent alien race, have been a cause for passionate debate since they were discovered 70 years ago. Should we worship them or hate them? Are they cute or disgusting? Do they really want to invade Earth? We will not entertain this debate. Halfway between anthropod and cephalopod, the Krabiks are an amphibian species that love beaches and salty water. They have 4 long tentacles and a natural shell. Although they prefer salt water, they are perfectly capable of living on land and can even withstand the vacuum of space with only rudimentary equipment. At a technological level close to ours, they startled a large part of humanity by developing interstellar travel technologies before us. Thus, they discovered us before we could discover them. The first translation software was also made by the Krabiks. Despite their primitive appearance, Krabiks are of great intelligence and are very sociable by nature. They are organized into vast interplanetary feudal system, commonly called the Krabiks Imperium. So we'll put that down. I don't want to read more of that. Give me just 1 minute. Okay, just wanted to check, make sure that was working. So this is our computer. We have Thybox. Welcome to your studio. Dear Madam, I am ICO62, your assistant in contact with the United Earth. Following the results of your last DNA test and in light of your artistic potential, you have been registered with the Talent Development Program, a United Earth program. I also welcome you to your new studio. This studio provided by our program so that you can freely express your full artistic potential. Signed, ICO62, your personal United Earth assistants. There are boxes everywhere. Is that normal? This studio is under construction. I can't express my full artistic potential. Let's just ask about the boxes. I don't want to be rude to our robot correspondent. Dear Madam, some equipment could not be installed before your arrival. Some of them, essential to your work, will be soon assembled by our technicians. For other equipment, however, I am afraid you will have to pay the installation cost. Okay. So my sister, dear big sister, I heard you have hidden artistic genes. I didn't know. And a new studio in space. They trust you, lol. I hope they didn't make a mistake in their DNA test. Meanwhile, yesterday was my birthday and I didn't get anything from you. So I suggest you paint me a great piece of art to make up for it. I want a beautiful painting of a unicorn with plenty of colors. Bye bye and don't take too long. And look at that. First thing, I whip out a blue paintbrush. I'm going to paint the screen. We'll clean that up later. Hit J. My first order. You have shamefully forgotten your sister's birthday. Paint a large painting and send it to her. So let's get that in a second. Let's hide that. I don't need the tutorials. Wait, can I turn the tutorials off? Because I have played this before and I don't want it. Is there really no way to turn off? Am I blind? Show tutorial notifications. There we go. I am blind. It's fine. First, open up these blinds. Look at space. It's so cool. We're in space. I forget how bland everything looks. I've already painted so much in my actual studio. So in here, we have our jail cells. Don't ask me why we have jail cells. I don't know why we have jail cells. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to grab this mop because I use this mop so much. We're going to go ahead and grab the bucket and the sponge. We're going to close that back. That makes me feel better. Down here, we already have a large canvas pulled up. Oh, look at how little we actually have down here. Not constructed yet. Yeah, you'll get that in a little bit. Let's go ahead and clean off our computer screen real quick. Look at it. Earth among things. Wow, that is deeply profound. There are so many little sticky notes that you will find scattered throughout your apartment. And I just think it's kind of cool. I think it's a neat little feature, like this one right here. I feel a bit lonely. Have you seen my siblings? That is a bit eerie. You know what? Let's put all of them right over here. I threw them all away in my last playthrough. I think we should keep them. Because you never know. Maybe they're hiding a secret message or something. We've also got one right here. Send your large-sized paintings to your clients with this terminal. You can move the platform up and down with this. Let me go ahead and drop those off in here because I don't want them cluttering up my inventory. As for a sticky note, they sure are big, apparently, take up that much space in my pockets. So let's get started on this first piece for my sister. I don't want this blue. What I do want is pinks and purples because it's a unicorn and that's how I want to draw the unicorn. These are some preset colors you can buy. They're $2 each. Here's the color picker. Here's the actual color. Hexagon. Hexagon. I know my shapes. So what I'm thinking is it'll be a center of pink. Makes a great sound. With an outside of purple. We may need some more purple actually. Let's go ahead and grab one more tube of purple. Okay, I think that actually should be enough for now. I like to paint with the mop a lot just because it covers large amounts of the canvas very quickly. We're just going to start with the outside. The paint doesn't dry too quickly, thankfully, so you can kind of work with it and blend it out a little bit later. Right now, we actually don't have a lot of per se blending tools, but our tools will work to do the blending. I think we'll just get done this one painting for today and then maybe work on it some more later. I'm going to remove the water, start on the inside. Just kind of work with it around the canvas. So I think we're just going to do a unicorn head. I think that would be sufficient. Drop this over there. Okay. And I don't really have any tools to use for sketching. All we have is the actual paint. So I'm going to pull up a reference of a horse just to get the basic horse shape. Let's just Google horse. That looks like a pretty good reference to me. Can I zoom in on it? Huh. There we go. Okay. We've got a reference of a horse pulled up that you guys can't really see, but that's okay. And I have so far been using WASD to move around, but now I'm actually going to start applying it on my graphics tablet, or applying the paint rather. Oh, there it goes. The biggest issue I've had is that I cannot hit undo on this, which is how I want to do it. I want to just hit that undo button, but there is no such luck. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest, I don't typically draw horses. I wasn't really a big horse girl growing up. We had neighbors that had some horses, but I don't know, they just weren't so much my thing. I like dogs. I like bunnies. I like animals. I don't know. I guess we just didn't really have an opportunity to grow up with a lot of horses. My aunt had some horses, but we were never really able to ride them around. Not any fault of my aunt, but that's another story. The cheek is kind of going to come back from back here. And of course, we're basing this off a horse, but it will be a unicorn. Because what's a unicorn but a horse with a horn on its head? Nostril, some tufts of hair coming down here. And of course, a unicorn horn. Oh, that looks so much sillier than the rest of the picture. The ear coming out this way. Ear coming out this way. I might have to make the horn a little bit bigger. I haven't decided quite yet. You can see the black is gradually starting to mix with the pink that I have on the canvas, which is fine for now. We're just kind of putting stuff on the canvas for now. But because the pink is still wet, it does want to mix, which I think is a really cool feature, honestly. Except for now when we basically have no other color defining it. I'm going to clean that out. To rotate things, you click it, you left click it to pick it up, and then you right click and move your mouse around to actually rotate it. So I just want the black for now, just again to keep outlining what we're working with. Looks like I've never seen a horse before in my life. The ears are a little bit crooked, but I think they're going to be okay enough for us to work with them. Kind of bend the neck in a little bit more of the body. There, I think that's actually all we're gonna put into it. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. Okay, so now we're going to find a light gray and our white. I think I actually have white over there on the palette that they give you already. I'm just gonna mix a little bit of the gray that I have with the white. That might be too dark of a gray. We'll see. And yeah, we're just gonna start filling this in. I'm gonna try to be careful of my outlines just so I don't lose them. But if I cover up a little bit of them, it's okay. We'll figure out where we're going in a minute. I'm thinking this horse will have kind of a rainbow colored hair. I think that would look pretty cool. Yeah, I think that actually worked pretty well for white. I don't think we picked up too much of the gray. Or rather, we mixed in too much of the gray. Colored in a little bit too far outside, but that's okay. Can always come back in and fill it back in properly later. Because I'm using a lot of the preset colors, I'm not going to have to use the color picker. I just have to remember which color was what, which shouldn't be too bad. Just starting to fill all the extra body parts in. And we'll kind of let it fade out towards the bottom here. I don't care anything about drawing too much of it. We actually did lose a lot of the outlines in that, didn't we? But that's okay. This is just supposed to be for fun. Pick up some more of that grayish color. And we'll get better tools as time goes on. You just kind of get the most basic tools right now. And really, to create art, you don't need a lot of the fancy stuff. You just need the most basic tools that you can get your hands on, whatever works for you. And it's definitely fun to play with the different tools later on, but it's not necessary. Sometimes it just kind of gets in the way, honestly. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's a bit much there. And I don't think I want any actually black outlines on this. Probably just go with a darker gray outline. Could even go with a darker pink outline, honestly. We'll see, though. We'll see how it goes. Color in that just a little bit more. Okay. So yeah, I think I like the idea of going with a darker pink outline as our sort of outline color. So let me just bring the bucket over here. Well, you do want to be careful with buckets of water around the canvas because if you dump a bucket of water onto the canvas or use a wet sponge on it, it will erase it. That's essentially your eraser on canvas, which it's nice that it has that feature. Doesn't necessarily make the most sense, but it's nice to have that at least. And realistically, we can turn in whatever in this game. There's not really a way for the game to judge what has been done. I don't know if they plan on creating that. I don't know how you would create that into a video game. All I know is that right now there is nothing with that kind of mechanic to it. So I could draw pretty much whatever and send it in and say it was unicorn. And the game would just kind of accept it as that. But I thought drawing a unicorn would be fun, so I want to. All right, where did the purple go? Do we have any more of the purple? I think I have one more squirt of it. Yeah. So I'm going to mix the purple with the pink, get a little bit darker of a color for the eyelashes and the eye itself. I think actually let's just color in the eye and see how that looks. I'm going to make the eye a little bit larger than what is actually normal for a horse because it's not real anyway. See a little bit of her eye sticking out over here. There we go. And then we'll use the darkest purple, the actual eyelashes, to kind of shape it a little bit. Because it's a unicorn. She has beautiful long lashes. That just makes sense. And the same on this side. Just a few little tufts down there. And there we go. I will get back to outlining her face here, or her ears rather, I guess. Let's raise up the canvas just a little bit. I did make her ears a little bit bigger than what they should be, but that's okay. You know, the only one to judge me is the entire internet since I'm putting it out there. Okay, I like the way that's looking. I think for next, we'll go with kind of a rainbow hair color because I think that would be cool. And it's a unicorn, so I feel like that would just be appropriate. I'll start with the yellow as kind of the starter color. So since this is going to be kind of the start, I'm going to make it bigger than the others. I rephrase that. I'm going to make this bigger than I would normally, since I can block in other colors and shrink the actual size of the yellow down a little bit. And we might come back in with highlights or something, I don't know yet. Go with green next. Because what is a unicorn if she doesn't have multicolored hair? And we'll probably come back in with the horn very last, I think. Probably should have done that before the hair, but that's okay. This piece is however we decide to do it, however we feel like doing it. This is just a game. At the end of the day, nobody is coming after me saying, oh, I don't like the way you did that. I paid you money to do it this way. No, you didn't. Nobody paid me money to do this. I'm doing this because it is fun and because I wanted to. And if art is not enjoyable, if art is not to be enjoyed, then what is it for? Now, normally, if this was a piece that I was actually going to sell or actually going to work really hard on it in a commission piece, I probably would work a little bit harder to make the palette more congruent, but these are the colors that are paid for already in the game. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Yeah. Actually, I think next color, let's mix a little bit of the pink and the blue, and we'll make our own kind of purpley color. There we go. Just kind of make it all look like it's one hair piece instead of a bunch of different pieces. Nope, let's just raise the cam. Again, we're not raising the canvas. We're actually raising it lowering the platform that we're on. But there you go. I think I like that purple color. I think that kind of goes well with everything else. What I need now is a pure white to give her highlights in the eyes. Oh, I hate to do this, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to drop it right here. You know what? I'm not. I'm going to get a palette. Just knock everything else over. It's fine. There we go. Just toss that right there. Get a little bit of the white. And yeah, let's just add actual highlights to her eyes so she doesn't look quite so dead. Again, over here will be the light source. And then we'll give her one little bitty heart-shaped highlight. Because why not? Oh, that's kind of cute. Okay, so now we just need to add her unicorn horn. And I want a light pink for that. So I think this one would work out pretty well. I think we're going to add this actually to the white that we already have. Make it a little bit lighter of a pink. Oh, I like that. And we might do a little bit of a gradient. Maybe this was the lightest pink here as the tip of the horn, working down to be, I don't know, something else. We'll see. Let's do another one. Do we have any more of the purple? We don't, but we have it there, so I can just mix it, so it's okay. So what I'm thinking is the next color is going to be this actual pink itself. Let's have it in kind of a twisting motion. I need to fill in a little bit more of the light pink up there. I forgot that this was also the background color. I don't know how well this plan was thought through, but it's fine. It's fine, she says as she continues to wing it as if she knows what she's doing. It's fine. It'll be all right in the end. I think that would kind of go into the hair just a little bit. It really doesn't look like a unicorn. It looks kind of like a horse that has a snow cone glued upside down to its head. Let's add the hair a little bit more around the horn to kind of wrap it around a little bit better. Kind of fold around. That looks a little bit better. But either way, I think that looks good enough for now. It is a unicorn. It is pink. It is colorful. And that's right about the time I think I would hop off. So thank you guys all so much for joining. I hope you guys all have a great rest of the day. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll probably continue to do more of this. Oh, you know what? Let's send it off to sister so she can see it and we can see the next part. She doesn't pay you for this. You just kind of start getting more publicity from it. But yeah, we'll continue this story. I will not play any more on this save until the next recording. And I'll see you guys all next time. Bye!